Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Yogesh.
You know, when you started Progress 40 years ago, what was it that you were trying to achieve?
I should give you the perspective that I had back then, which was more that of a frustrated application developer, business applications. And I simply felt that there had to be something better than the kind of technology that we had back in those days. That's what led me to want to start something in this area. I did have to find the team, and through a mutual friend, I found people who'd done it before, namely Mary C.K., whom you've honored with your scholarship award, and Chip Ziering and Clyde Kessel, and that's how we got going.
And you created what is OpenEdge today,
That's
where
right.
we have still more than 1,500 other business application software companies.
Absolutely, and that was, frankly, one of the most rewarding things about Progress, but it's been an extremely positive experience, and one that's also been good from a business point of view because it leads to an ongoing relationship, and that generates ongoing revenue and so on.
That's right.
So that relationship with the partners who build applications with Progress was one of the key things that made the company as successful as it has been.
Absolutely. It's interesting, right? You're right that has been the theme for the company, right? We are developer focused even today, right? Our entire purpose in life is how do we make life easy for developers?
Yeah, I think one of the things that Progress has done well under your leadership has been to maintain the focus on the OpenEdge product, but find ways to broaden the goals and the objectives of the company to serve other developers as well.
Thank you. I mean, you ran the company for over 25 years, right? You built a phenomenal foundation and built an amazing company. Did you imagine it would be like this?
No. When you start something, you're focused on, getting through the day, getting through the month, getting through the year. And there may be other entrepreneurs who can think that far ahead, but I was focused on making the company successful, and I think it has been. But it was kind of successful a step at a time.
When you look at Progress today, what makes you proud?
Well, back in the days when you used to issue quarterly reports other than the press release, we had to decide to whom our reports were directed. And we were pretty much all in agreement that it was either customers first or employees first. And we chose employees first because we figured if the employees are motivated and do a good job, they'll take care of the customers. And by the way, if the customers are happy, then the shareholders will be happy.
That's right.
So our first quarterly reports actually went out to our employees, customers, and shareholders.
From my perspective, for a software company, without people, you don't have a product and you don't have customers, right? And what is a business, right? We build products to solve problems for customers. And what you started with the focus on helping the business developer, application developer do their job well is what we still continue to do today.
Absolutely.
Right? It's been 40 years of that journey. And I think the world has changed though, hasn't it?
It has certainly gotten more complex from a technical point of view. I think the company and you have done a great job of broadening the product line, but still keeping the focus on developers, including focus on DevOps and things like that. But the fundamental challenge that developers face today is even more complex than it was back when we started the company because of the internet and the fact that you have these highly distributed applications. You have much more complex applications. You have much more complex user interfaces.
That's right.
And so the need to simplify that, to make it easier, to make it more productive for people to build those kinds of applications remains today. If anything, it's gotten even more demanding. And as long as Progress keeps that kind of focus, I think Progress will do very well going forward.
Well, thank you. We hope to carry on, what you started. What do you imagine Progress will be like 40 years from now?
Yogesh, we're in the tech industry. You can't look 40 years out. But I think that certainly for the closer in future, with the focus that you have, with the, I think, very intelligent acquisitions that the company's made over the last several years, in addition to some that date back to my time, the company has a very bright future.
Thank you. I really appreciate your making time to spend a few minutes with us today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.